How's it going, everybody? Hutchface here again. We'll be playing some Call of Duty today. Gonna talk about a couple of things that were on my mind about this game and other games. We're gonna go ahead and be playing on the Supremacy playlist on the new DLC, so hopefully we get into a fresh game. Essentially what I wanted to talk about was how all these new great games are coming out, and it seems like that a lot of developers are putting out these games and they're fantastic at the start, and then all of a sudden they start loading up updates and what have you, and then all of a sudden the game starts to get progressively worse. I know I've touched on this in the past, and it's something that I know everyone is probably, complaining about or whatever, but from my standpoint, I just don't understand how they can just sit there and update the game and make it, obviously more difficult to enjoy, and be totally okay with it. I will say this game is definitely one of the few, Advanced Warfare is one of the few games that have not been ruined by updates, I would say. But there's a couple other games that I play a lot that have been, mainly recently, Destiny. I've been having some serious issues playing that game because of the things that they've done to it. I know there's a lot of things that go into making games, and I can't be like, oh, well, it has to be perfect every time, but I mean, literally, the game will be amazing at first, and then it'll start to get worse, as the months go by with updates and what have you. I don't know if any of you guys play Destiny who's watching this, but if you do, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's a matter of looking at the core element of why the game is fun, and then keeping it the same, keeping it in line with what the game was originally. And I think there's some things that developers need to start thinking about that, could possibly turn away players and stuff if they keep doing the things that they're doing. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to dive too deep into Destiny right now because, there's so much to talk about with things that are wrong with that game right now that I could sit here and talk about it for, a couple hours probably. Ooh, what's this? I've never played this map before, so this is new for me. I don't know the layout of this map. I'm definitely gonna kill somebody with this machine gun though. Do it! But yeah, I don't know. I've been playing a couple games recently that normally, they were really fun for me and no issues whatsoever, and then all of a sudden I'm really hating the game, playing it, so I don't know, I just want to see if there's anybody else that felt the same way. I'm playing on my old scuff right now, so my directional thumbstick is there's no rubber on it whatsoever, so my movement might be a little bit strange. Still have yet to fix that. Another thing that I wanted to touch on, this isn't really a problem, it's just a thing that's happening, and I think it could be a problem eventually. I mean, it kind of already is, but it's not a problem to where games are unplayable or anything like that. But what is going on with the Steam store and Steam game downloading apps? Why are they putting out games that are in alpha and beta so much now that you have to pay for? I understand, if there's a really crazy awesome game and it's in early development, put it in alpha or beta, let people try it out, but don't charge, $15, $20, $30 for it, and the game be totally, not broken, but just not all the features are in there, or, not even a third of the features are in there and stuff like that. I think that's a little messed up. My complaints started when DayZ Standalone came out, and, the game's not too bad, but, I mean, again, in the updates, they have made the game progressively worse, and people are not enjoying themselves playing it anymore. I went in to start a server, or not start a server, but join one, and I literally could not find a server. There was I think 10 running online, and each one of those had like 1 to 2 people in it. Like that's how few people play Daisy Standalone now because of all the shit that they've done to it, really. And you know, games like H1Z1 come out, and that's in an alpha stage as well. But that game's actually solid. Like they have game modes, they have different elements of the game that keep you interested in playing it and whatnot. So it's like actually pretty good. But there's other games too. Like I just picked up a new Lego game. I know that's not really, can't really compare that with like a DayZ or anything, but you know, there's barely any of the features are in there. A lot of the stuff that they showed in the original game demo is not in the game, and I'm wondering why. Because I paid money to play the game. So I don't know, there's just a lot of things in the gaming world right now that are really aggravating me, and I wish the developers would take a little bit more time out and realize that, you know, developing a game is not easy, but if you're going to put out something that needs to hold validity in the gaming community, you need to have something more established and more solid than just putting out a beta game and being like, oh, you're part of the beta now, so that's special, and even though you have to pay for it, you know, I don't know, this has been bothering me for a while, and I've been wanting to make a video about it, but I feel like if I did, that it would just be like complaining a lot, you know? So I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody else that feels the same way, but sometimes it really makes me angry that they're accepting the fact that they could charge money for something that's not worth its weight, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. If you... Oh god. I had a scratch. Still got wrecked. If you have any thoughts or, you know, comments on what you think about that whole scenario and situation of gaming and stuff right now, I mean, feel free to leave a comment. Because I'm honestly just... I don't know. It makes me not want to try out games. Like, I used to think that betas and alphas were, you know, kind of an exclusive thing. They were fun for the gaming community to... Oh my god, I got a kill with it! Ended my streak, though. It is a fun way for people to try out games, you know, before they bought them and see, you know, early on what the game is going to be like. And that was really amazing. And I've always liked that. But now it's like betas and alphas aren't even exclusive anymore. You can just pay money to be in them. Like, you don't have to sign up for a mailing list a year in advance and wait for somebody to get your call or to get your email and send you a, you know, send you an email with a code saying like, oh, you've been chosen, and then then the beta only lasts like 2 or 3 days, and you really have to play the game and grind out to like experience what all is in the game, or so far, you know. It's not like that anymore. There's a few betas and stuff that I've been in that do that, but it's not as prevalent as it was even just like a year ago. I mean,
Enemy UAV online.
and then they do things like I know I'm kind of like getting off topic, but they do things like, you know, you buy a game and then you get access to a beta. I've seen that a few times. For instance, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people did, or people that are watching this probably did as well, but I bought the Wolfenstein game, the first, or the, you know, the New Order. I bought that game just to get the Doom beta, like literally. I had no interest in playing that game whatsoever. Now granted, I did play through it all, and it was a, you know, pretty good game, but I didn't really have that much of an interest in the game in itself. I just wanted the Doom beta, and I know that the only way that I could get that is if I paid, at the time it was $40 to get the Wolfenstein game. $40, that's a lot of money to shell out when you have a somewhat okay shooter and you're trying to get beta access to a game. Like, to me, Wolfenstein is a very old gen game, and I do not think they should have charged the money that they did for it. Ah, crap. Well, I was off to a hot streak at the beginning there, but this thumbstick is really hurting my thumb right now.
We've lost control.
Ah, lost by 1 point.
Got torn up out there. Bring it next
I mean,
time.
that's really what I wanted to touch base on and see if anybody else had any thoughts about it, because I don't know, I was just going through the Steam store. I'm looking at games specifically at the moment like Destiny, and I don't know, there's just, it's getting old. Like, putting out huge games that people are like really pumped about, and then the game be like just full of glitches and they're broken. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I could do any better, but the bottom line is that they have millions of dollars to do this. You know, it takes them years to develop, which I know is a huge process, but like, you know, it's 2015. Like, we have really awesome technology and we have awesome hardware that can run that technology. So, you know, I just wish that they would basically not screw us over for what we pay for. But I just wanted to run through a deathmatch real quick on a new map and just talk about that stuff. So, thank you for watching. If you like the video, leave a like, favorite, share, subscribe, whatever. I would like to also plug to follow me on Twitch. Same name as the YouTube, HutchFace05. And I'm out.